ready. So we are going to be doing the baby's 11th month update. They turned 11 months on August 20th. Their official birthday was September 20th, of course. I know it's been a little bit. We all got sick, and then of course now we are moving, or in the process of getting ready to move. So that's what's going on in the background, is we're redoing the floors, so furniture is everywhere. But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and we are going to start with Warren. So I thought, since this is the last big milestone, that the babies will be a part of it. So of course, first we are going to do Warren. Warren's growth chart from the doctors, he is in the 94th percentile, which the doctor was very impressed since they were preemies. They were saying that since they were preemies, they just kind of like pick a line on the chart and just follow it through, and we'll follow that through until they're about 2 years, is when they usually kind of even out with children who were not preemies, but they are doing extremely well. For weight, he is 24 pounds, which puts him at 86th percentile. His height is 2 feet 5.8 inches, which puts him at 45th percentile. He's got a short mom. I'm 5 foot. And his head circumference is in the 98th percentile at 48.9 centimeters. He has a big head like his dad. For all those big brains, big ideas. Yeah. So Warren is doing extremely well. The doctor's not concerned or anything about his weight. He'll even out a little bit, but he's doing really good. Warren officially stood up against furniture on August 21st. Yeah, so the day after turning 11 months old. Yeah. And then it became a little bit more consistent around September 9th. So Warren's always does it once, and that's all he needs to do, and doesn't try very hard afterwards. But I think seeing Sissy get into everything that he couldn't get to or reach helped motivate. So around September 9th is when he officially started standing up a lot. And then he had troubles getting back down was the issue. So I would see him on the baby monitor in his crib, standing up on his crib, because he didn't know how to get down. So he would start to cry, and then I would see that he fell asleep standing up with his head on the rail, and then he'll slowly wake up and realize he's still standing and he's stuck, and he would cry. It was so hard to see, y'all. But he figured it out around September 16th that he could finally sit back down, which was good, because he fell asleep standing up 2 or 3 times, and it's heartbreaking to see your kid cry because he's tired but he can't get back down. He loves to chase balls. He will knock anything that has wheels and go after it. He officially learned how to put things into something around September 3rd, which is exciting because he can help clean up now. Yeah. Yeah. He kind of gives kisses, and now it's we're not sure if he's trying to give us kisses or if he's trying to give us raspberries or trying to bite us. But he was kind of he would snuggle up with you and put his mouth on your cheek. So I took it as kisses. He likes to play with the tub faucet. He's officially learned, since he knew how to stand, he knows how to turn it on. And of course it's on cold, so it's a little cold, but he doesn't splash as much. He'd rather play with the water coming out of the faucet, or pull the plug out of the tub and then try to put it back and then pull it back out. That's the whole entire bath time routine. I cannot imagine what our water bill is going to be like for how much water we go through for bath time now. Yeah. He started to cuddle a lot more, or show a little bit more affection. Warren, when he really needs me, he'll hold on to me gripping, holding on. Or he'll put his head on my shoulder when he's tired and suck on his thumb. But he does cuddle a lot more. He said uh-oh, or was just copying me around September 19th, so the day before they turned 1. Of course, he dropped some food on the floor, and I said uh-oh. And he copied me. And he kind of did it a little bit after that when he dropped something. So I don't know if he officially understands that uh-oh is when you drop something. But that was exciting. It's kind of like his first word, sort of speak. He doesn't say dog or sit or anything like Sissy. He says mama and dada. But other than those two, I think uh-oh is sort of his first word. He likes to pat his belly, like drumming. He doesn't, like, we'll ask him where his belly is, and he kind of knows, but when you pat your belly, he'll do it, and he's been doing a lot more, too. He'll just crawl, and then all of a sudden he'll stop, and then look at his belly, and then pat his belly. I noticed also when he turned 11 months that when he would sit, his left leg would be behind him, so not quite the M or M position is what they sometimes call it, but he will be crawling and then stop to sit up, and then sometimes his left leg is behind him, and I always correct it to kind of show him, like, we don't do that, we don't sit like this. I don't think he does it as much now, or I don't notice it as much. Around September 16th, he figured out how to walk with a walker, or, yeah, we didn't have your birthday present things yet. But for some reason, I didn't always practice with him, just because he was a little bit more cautious and scared. He wasn't the greatest at holding your fingers and walking. And so just one day I decided, okay, let's try this. And then all of a sudden it just like clicked. And then ever since then, he's been walking super fast with the walker. He doesn't walk on his own yet. But with anything that will move, maybe pushing his plastic chair across the room, if it moves and he's standing, he'll walk it. And then he kind of gets frustrated when he runs into a wall and he can't turn around. But it just like clicked all of a sudden. Now he'll walk holding his fingers more. So now I'm not too worried about him learning to walk soon. I'm getting Cheerios thrown at me. So weaning them from formula onto milk, which we did whole milk for a while until we went to the doctor. The doctor says they don't need as much calories, so we can do 2%. So now we're on 2%. But I think what helped is just all of a sudden I got one of these sippy cups just to try. And Rory took to it right away. But Warren, he's always been difficult with sippy cups. So I didn't have time yet to show him how to use it. But all of a sudden I looked over and he was drinking out of it like normal. I was like, holy smokes. So, you know, I bought a bunch of these. And he likes the ones with the handles versus the one without the handles. But I think it helped weaning them also, like, to use their sippy cups more than their bottles. Because for some reason they could get these out more versus laying down and drinking their bottle because their nose was stuffed up. So we still do bottles for the first and last bottle of the day, but the other bottle and a half of the day or feedings, we use sippy cups, and we're almost weaned from their third feeding, which is their afternoon. I'm giving them less milk to kind of help transition that they can eat snacks instead of milk, so that we're down to 3 milk feedings a day. That's everything on Warren since he's been 11 months, and we will be moving on to little Miss Rory. Yeah, let's talk about Sissy. So Rory's growth chart is really good. One thing I didn't mention is that their doctor was telling us what their percentiles were when they were born, and they were both at 1%, I believe. And now Warren's 94 percentile in overall and 86 percentile for weight. So that is really good. But this is Rory's growth chart information. She is overall 99th percentile for her age and for preemie, I think. And her weight is 26 pounds and 6.2 ounces. Yeah. That's in the 99th percentile. And her height is also 2 feet and 5.8 inches. So they're both the same height. And her head circumference is in the 85th percentile. She's 46.4 centimeters around. Yeah. So she's doing really good. And doctor's not worried about her weight either. So, good girl. She's eating all the Cheerios. Cheerios. Alright. Rory started letting go of furniture. She'd stand up against furniture, but she started to actually let go and stand around August 30th. She shakes her head side to side when she's like dancing to music. Usually because I'm like bobbing my head when I'm listening to music. So she will shake her head when she's listening to some music. And she kind of does it when she sings too a little bit. So that's her dancing. Yeah. She says sit, sort of. She does a lot of this or sis, that kind of sound effect. But we're trying to teach her to sit in the tub because she was constantly standing up in the tub. And now that we have a bath mat, a bath mat, we're not as worried and we're still watching them. But when we were first teaching her to try to sit in the bathtub, she would say sit or this as she had one foot over the edge of the tub trying to get out. Is that your Cheerio? You showing him? She officially says mom now since she turned 11 months old. She would always say nan, like she couldn't do the M sound. But now she says mama, and she says it when she needs me all the time. So I hear it a lot. Say mama. Not right now. We're too busy. But yeah, she says mama. She officially walks with anything that moves. She still doesn't walk on her own yet or stand up on her own without using furniture to get her stand-up position. But we're getting very close. But yeah, she will also hold on to one hand and walk with you. She doesn't need both hands. But we're getting close, huh? I thought she'd be walking by 1 year, but not quite. She looks under furniture for when something rolls underneath the couch or the table. She actually will stop, look underneath, and actually squat down and reach to try to grab something. Yeah, so we have a diaper changing table in the living room with a big opening underneath, so a lot of toys get stuck underneath there. Huh. She throws and shoves toys through the gate there to get my attention. When she's really upset, she'll be crying, mama, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing toys hit the floor as they're going over, which has been a problem because yesterday in the backyard, we found 2 of these sippy cups, which these are not cheap really, destroyed because either the dogs got them or they willingly took off with what was given to them. And I also caught them running off with a ball this morning. That's the babies. The dogs do pretty good, roughly, of not playing with the babies' toys whenever the babies are out in their area. But if you give it to the dog, that's like saying, okay, it's mine now. Let's go play. So now we have to really make sure that all the sippy cups are up. She makes kisses sounds, kinda. She'll go, or no, she'll do this. All done. All done. She says all done. She's trying to tell me that she's done eating. There's no more Cheerios. Whoops. She has her 7th tooth now on the top, so she has 3 on top and 4 on the bottom. Warren still only has 6. She knows where her belly is. Let's see if I can get it. Sissy, where's your belly? Oh, there it is. There's your belly. There's your belly. For the past 2 months, we've been dealing with this diaper rash. It would get like almost healed and then turn for the worse. On and off for 2 months. You don't want to know how many different diaper creams, antibiotics, how many times I called the doctor because of this diaper rash that also turned into a yeast infection. It was a disaster. And then she got the cold after their birthday party, which was fun, dealing with her nose and this diaper rash would just not go away. And then when her cold started to calm down and she started not having such a runny nose, she got a fever one day out of nowhere. And that made me concerned because I knew she was about done with this cold. So we finally made an appointment to go to the doctor. I was tired of calling the doctor all the time. And we found out she has a double ear infection. But like 3 days before getting her shots, her 1-year shots, which if they have a fever, they won't get their shots. Yeah. So we did get the shots. Her fever went down. It was just that one day. And her ears are better. We are almost done with our meds for her ear infection now. And the diaper rash is starting to heal. So the ear infection probably didn't help either. And then she got a ringworm spot on her hip that the diaper hit, so we never saw it. But that's almost gone too. And then in the midst of all this too, since the last 2 months roughly, we've been dealing with her sporadically throwing up. Like, a lot of it had to deal with her being overworked up, and she would just project out everything. Like, even like her lunch and her supper, everything she just ate would be projectile. Like, I'm talking about, she's probably thrown up about 10 times in the last month or two, and not like the normal baby spit up. It's like all of it. Do you know how many times I've got puked all over? Do you know how many times that she and I had to take a shower together? Because that was the easiest way to get both of us clean. A lot. But the doctor is thinking that her ear infection might help with that, and we haven't had that lately, but it's only been about 2 weeks. And it was just very random. Like, we thought she was allergic to eggs, so we didn't do eggs for 2 weeks. But then it would be like hot dogs, that she always ate hot dogs. Or when she was super upset because I wouldn't let her do the Go-Gurt packs of yogurt. She couldn't get it out, and so I would squeeze it for her, and she was getting upset at me, and then just everywhere. Or she would wake up in the middle of the night and just everywhere. So I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping it's better. We were starting to give her probiotics before we found out she had an ear infection, thinking she might have like a stomach fungus or something that's causing all of this. But then we got the antibiotics, so we're waiting. And we might wait to see if it's all better. Yeah, I hope it is, because that is rough. Because she needs to learn, so I let her cry. It's like, no, if you're going to throw a tantrum, you don't get what you want when you're throwing a tantrum. But I also don't want to have to clean her all up and have to feed her again later after she's calmed down. Ugh, she's had a rough 2 months of all of it. Hopefully it is all starting to get better. Her diaper rash is looking really good, like the best it's been for 2 months. And hopefully she's doing great. That is everything on Warren and Rory's 11th month update. We are officially through the 1 year of milestones. I cannot believe this whole year has been super fast, it feels like. And then, of course, during the time, it feels slow. But that is everything on them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you guys have a great day. Bye.